Good afternoon, everyone. Most especially to your district supervisor, Dr. Maya Tumalon, and to all of you, the 22 elementary and secondary school heads of ubay 3 district. To all of you, good afternoon. I am glad that this afternoon I am joining with you in your virtual orientation for the LDN course 2 as we implement the basic education learning continuity plan during this time of pandemic. Last night, I was informed by Dr. Tumalon and requested that I will be giving you a short notice as you open up your orientation for 3 days starting today until Friday. Well, I am glad because even in this virtual orientation, I can still be with you and encourage you to still continue striving and to still focus on our mandates. My dear students, let us be reminded that this activity is not an additional burden to us, but this is a sort of capability building to capacitate us, especially that you are students. You need to be capacitated so that you can handle specifically on curriculum matters because something that we are doing and we will be implementing some of the come October 5 is something that is new to us. We will be implementing different learning modalities that we did not use it before the pandemic. And so here comes this LDN course 2. This is now the time that after this 3 day orientation, you will be having the learning action cells at the school level and you will serve as coach to your teachers. Because you know, your teachers need to be guided and in your end, you need to be guided also. That's why you have your district supervisors. Because the bottom line here is at least you will revisit and you will understand whether the modalities you are using now is the most appropriate. And at the same time, you can study whether there is a need to adjust or to change your modalities in the coming days or in the coming quarter. Specifically, when it comes to looking into the real scenario, the real situation in your area, and the desire of the learners, the desire of the parents, the needs, and the capability of the schools as well as the teachers. So that's why it can be handled during your learner action cells. And you can only do the good learning action cells activities if you are well oriented. That's why you have this 3 days virtual orientation. Of course, after the what we call these learning action cells that will happen sometime in September until October, it is considered also as self-paced activities with you and the teachers. It is expected that after that, there will be a practicum or an application phase until March, because in that way, we will be assured that our teachers learned from the different courses. Because I understand this learning, this LD in course group has 5 modules. So to determine that they learn from your learning activity or action sets is through the implementation or through their activities for practicum until March, wherein they are expected to have their portfolios. And that will happen only through your guidance. But at any rate, my dear students, I would like also to request you that as we implement all these programs and as we start our classes on October 5, let us be sure that all our teachers, all our learners, our parents, our stakeholders, and that includes you. We have to make it sure that all of us are safe. We can do it if we will strictly follow the health and safety protocol outlined by the IETF, by the Department of Health, and by our local government units and in line also with the existing different issues. Because I am or I received reports that in the previous days there are schools or school heads or teachers or supervisors that conducted meetings, private meetings inside the school during office hours or during working hours, discussing on something that is not related to our job as students or as employees of the Department of Education. So I would like to remind you, do not put our health and safety at risk by having those activities. Because aside from violating our policies that government resources or our time cannot be used for private activities, aside from that, we are also violating the health and safety protocols. So I just hope that you will not follow, but instead you will serve as model to our teachers. Yes, I understand all of us needs additional income, but we will not put rest our lives. We will not put our teachers at rest by inviting other people and doing something not related to our business in the Department of Education. So once again, I would say it is my humble opinion that with your cooperation and with your complete desire to help the people, we will be successful in our opening of classes come October 5. With that, I should say good luck, good health, and